Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So today we will do something a little different. I got a question. I think it's a quite interesting question. How I do my seamless textures, tile label textures. Uh, and yeah, I sometimes I need some textures where I don't find anything on Google or somewhere. And yeah, so I create my own textures. And since we have the new version of Photoshop here, the new beta version with Firefly 3, we can create really nice textures. But they are from scratch. They are not tileable. So we have to make them tileable. And before I used the Photoshop, so I still use uh, Stable Diffusion. In my case, Forge. This is here. This is this one. And you will find a lot of tutorials how to install Forge and or Stable Diffusion or ComfUI and this whole thing. I think I don't need to make a tutorial for installing this one. If you really need one, or if you want to see how I did, or if you want me to explain the install of Stable Diffusion or Forge or something else, let's know me in the comments. So tell me in the comments what you think. Should I make another tutorial, or are hundreds of them enough on YouTube? So, anyways, if you make it with Stable Diffusion, it's the easiest way. You see, I have here a prompt with style label, seamless, colorful, crazy, wood pattern, texture, even light. That's all. And the only thing you need here in Forge it's already installed, is this hyper tile integrated. So when I enable this, and I want here a tile size of 1024, and you see I have here the size 1024, and I have a SDXL model, and SDXL model can handle 1024. If you have the old models, the SD models or the 1.5 models, you should not go over 512 in this case. And you see I have a turbo model. That means that it goes really fast. And on the turbo model, you just need 8 samples, more than enough. 5 would be enough here, and a very low CFG scale. In this case, you should use between 1 and 2, 2.5, not more, but you can test it, of course. This is just a batch count, how many pictures I want. And yeah, nothing more to explain here. So I put this in. If you want something, if you don't want something, you can put it in the negative prompt. I don't know what could I put in here. Let's say I don't want a texture with scratches, so I give it a negative prompt, scratches or something else. Anyway, so we have five, a word count of five. I have tile labeled, enabled, and see what we get. I have here additional styles of photographic hyperrealism. I have a second installation of this where I have lots more, but this is for other for this one I installed just for textures. So good. So let's simply hit generate here. So and let's see, it should go quite fast because it's a turbo model, as I said. I have here opened the output folder, you see, and it gives me already really nice ones. These are now 1K. You can immediately, you can upscale it with the high-res fix. If you activate high-res fix, you can upscale it by, let's see, 2, you get 2K, and I would go down here to 25. But this takes longer, of course. So, but I don't need the high-res fix, because if I want it bigger, I upscale it with Topaz Photo Areas. There are online some really good upscalers. You will find something. So even Photoshop can upscale quite nice. So this is. And let's see what we get here. We have these pictures here. That looks not really tileable in my eyes. This maybe, but I wrote a small site here. So I go to my homepage, and on my homepage under useful things, textures, I wrote a texture checker. So this is a tile label texture checker. If you click on it, you see you get this seamless texture checker, and you can drag in just images, or you can, if you click on it, you can bring in for someone. But let's see, I bring in this first one and drag it simply in here. And you see, this isn't tileable. I can change here the size of the tile. So I see the tiles. This is not so nice. So let's try the next one. And this looks quite nice. The next one. Sometimes you get already totally tileable things, but in this case, we have some problems, but they look really nice. Here, for example, this looks immediately nice. We have here, if you make it smaller, you see the ties sometimes better or less good. See, but yeah, here you see we have the tile. But this is something we can repair in Photoshop if we want. Drag this on here. Yeah. Let's try another one. So, and I go here to my photographic. In this case, is not so because of the lighting. I always try to get an even light when I have a texture. Go to hyperrealism here and generate. Let's see what this will give us. And that looks. I delete this 5 here. That looks crazy. Let's see what we get here. Drag it in. But this is something that looks really nice. But this we could try. Yeah, that. I want something more crazy. I'm a little surprised. Normally this works a little better. Let's be a little crazy. I put in HR Giga style. I think we get something crazy now. Generate. Let's see what this will. Oh wait. This is crazy. And look, this is almost tileable. This one looks nice. Let's try to make this tileable. We have here problems. You see it. So you see here that does not really work. For patrons, I will upload this for this site here. You need only 3 files, and you can put this in a folder and drag it on your website, and then you can link to the index of this folder. So you can, you can give your clients or something else the possibility to have a look at seamless textures and so on. Maybe it's a little service. This is just an HTML file, so the index HTML, then a script, JavaScript, so script.js, JS, and style CSS. So these 3 things in a folder. I will upload this so you can put it on your website and you have a seamless texture check on your website. So let's try to do something with this, but first let's see the other ones. They are all crazy. Good. I want to try this one here. So we go to Photoshop and I simply drag this one into Photoshop, which looks really nice. Now, to see where I have the seams, I simply offset this picture. So let's make it. So that means I go to Filter, Other, and Offset. We have a 1024 picture here, so I make it 512 in each direction. Okay. And you see, we see here the seams now. And with the generative fill here, if you don't see this taskbar in your Photoshop. So you, as I said, you need Photoshop Beta and the latest version. This is 25.9. If you don't know how to install it, you go to your Creative Cloud desktop. So okay, Adobe Creative Cloud desktop. So come on, do something, show us something. Okay, this is the start site. Yeah, that always needs a little bit. I have a very fast internet here, but you see that. Anyways, let's see. We go to applications, and here up you see these applications. And if you go right here, you see here the beta versions, and here you have Photoshop Beta. And if you don't have installed it, you will here have an install button and not an open button, and simply install it and you have it. Because now with the new version, we can generate pictures like in Forge as well. So now let's try to repair this. And I do this, I make a rectangle selection here in the middle. So let's put the rectangle selection here. Then I hold my shift key and add a selection here. Okay. And generate the fill, and I don't type anything in, I just hit enter. And let's see if this can repair our funny thing here. Needs a little bit, of course. So we don't see any seams anymore. Let's see, we have three choices. The first one looks very nice. Second one I don't like so. Third one looks nice as well. I guess I go with the third one. And now we can see if this looks like a seamless pattern. Make it smaller. Then I go to view and I have here a pattern view as well. And you see we don't have any seams anymore here. This is crazy. This really works nice. And this good one is you can try it now still with which ones you like. Maybe the first one look better here in this case. And you see it's seamless. We can tile this however we want. Yeah, in this case it's simply bring all layers together. This is, you select the first layer, then hold Control, Alt, Shift, and E on the keyboard. That makes all layers together on top, and you have your thing. You can now upscale this or whatever you want. You even can test it if you like it. So you can, there is another way to test it. This tutorial will be a little, let's say, slower. So because with Sunday we make it a little comfortable, a little relaxing. I don't make it too fast or so, and I don't look at time or so. Yeah, you have this, and I can now create a pattern out of this. So when I go to Edit, Define Pattern, let's say Giga 01, no, Giga, not Giga. Gier is greed in German. So, 01, okay. And now I have my patterns here, you see. But when I click now on my patterns, you can find here you have patterns, so that you will get this window here. You can make a new layer here, so here a pattern layer if you want. So you see it makes a pattern. We can choose our pattern here. And the fun thing is now when you're here on the move tool, so you can drag this around and you see we have no seams, no nothing. Okay, cancel. And I will save this because I think I could use this for later. So and I save this under, I have already created a lot of this so, because this is really fun. So you see I have this my Photoshop things. So and I simply I can generate here JPEG. if you want, I show you this. So let's Giga 001. Okay. If you want 16-bit or so, you can change this, of course, to mode. We go to 16-bit, and then you have to save it in a 16-bit capable files, so PNG or PSD or almost everything. And but JPEG only can handle 8 bits, so it's okay. And if you want 32 bits, maybe sometimes it's nice to have a 32-bit for displacement maps and something else. And this you should save then in a PSR, TIFF, EXR or something like this. Okay, we have this. And I will show you where I have got already some really crazy things what I did here. And yeah, this is it. This is already tile label here as well. Yeah, this is the one. This is tile label. I made this one. This I made in Photoshop. So you see, I show you this as well, how you can make a displacement map, normal map out of this ambient occlusion. This one I made in Photoshop as well. This okay, so I showed you this. Now let's make one in Photoshop. I close this. So I can make here 1K, 2K texture, whatever I want, but normal case you get nicer results with 1K here in Photoshop. With 2K it can be that it gets a little blurry or something else. So a better way would be maybe 1K here in Photoshop and then upscale it with the upscale of your choice. So I make a new file. And new file 1024 is 1K, 8-bit, because I'll make a JPEG, white background, it's okay. And because when you have, let's see here, transparent background, you will have maybe a problem. I will show you the difference. When I make it with background create, you see here in the new Photoshop version, we have now here a generate image. This is new. And if you make this a new file with a transparent background, create, you see you don't have this, but you can still create an image. You can go to edit and here generative or generate image. It would work as well. So, but in my case, we go to new, white background, create. So and now we click on generate image. Uh, let's try very simple at the moment. I try a wood pattern. I do wood here because the follower who asked this question wants to create wood patterns. Wood pattern, even light, even light. I could put in here tile able, but it won't do something. Tile able, seamless, seamless. Let's see what we get. Even I want a photo, a realistic image, and that's all I have to do here. Simply hit generate, and it will give us then 3 results. So let's wait a little bit. As I said, it's Sunday, maybe it works slower. And yeah, this, this is crazy. This is for sure not tileable. We can immediately have a look at this view pattern preview. It is tile. Now I'm a little surprised. I never got something like this at the first try to have a tileable picture here. It's not totally tileable. You see here a little thing, but this is not this. We can easily repair. But this is surprising. Let's see the other ones. This is this. No, this cannot be tileable, huh? No, here we see definitely. But let's try to make this texture tileable. So here we go. We do it a little different. So I go to this. I go to my thing and go to here to the move tool. Or hit V on the keyboard. Now you see we get these handles to transform this. Make it a little smaller here. So I hold my Alt key so it goes on every time. And go a little to the inside. I just eyeball this that there is now. So now I hold my control key and click on the picture of the first layer here. Control key. This selects our picture here. Then I want to invert this. So I have here the taskbar, invert mask. You see now the outside is selected and nothing else. Oh, the outside is selected, but only the white part here is selected now. This is exactly what I want, but I want to extend or expand the mask a little bit. So I go to this thing here, expand selection. 20 should be fine in this case. I don't want the apply the effect canvas bounce, so it would go out of the bounds here. Okay, and you see the selection inside. Looks very nice. Now I go to the generative fill and I try to put in the same prompt as we had before. So tileable wood pattern. So this should be fine. And I hit enter. Let's see what we get. Okay, nice. We have this, and let's see if this now is tileable. Go to view, pattern preview. No, it isn't. Let's see if it is a better job here or here. Normally it gives me here some better results. Yeah, but of course you have to try it. I played hours to get a nice thing. But let's try if we can make something out of this. Here, I don't know if you see it here. You have on this thumbnails, you have on the left top corner here a little symbol. That means if the outside here, the new generated picture is a little blurry or something else, you can click on this and this will refine the result. So this is important if you, let's say you have a quite big picture, and you want to extend some sides or something else, and then it makes it bigger, it extends it, but the new part will be more blurry than the original picture. So then you click on this symbol here, and it will refine everything. Works quite well the most of the time. So I go out of here, and now I try to repair this. So I go to the first layer, Control Alt Shift E, bring all together to one layer. And I do the same like before. I go to filter and offset. We have 1024, so the half here is okay. And again, rectangle selection. Here, make it a little bigger, maybe, so something like that. Rectangle selection here, and a rectangle selection here. I cannot imagine that this works, but generate the fill, type nothing in, and just hit enter. Let's see what we get. This is a little too crazy, I think, because it does not fit anywhere. So don't think that we get a nice. What is this? Why is it? It makes it white. This is a lazy thing. It does not even try to do this. No, come on. Let's generate it again. Of course, this would be a tile label now because we have the white thing in the middle. But it looks like nothing then. No, I think this was too crazy. Let's make a new one. So, oops, delete all of them. Generate image. Again, tile label. Well, I don't put in tile label. It does. As you see, that is, and it is not necessary. It does not do it anyway. So I go not to tile label. I go to wood pattern. Wood pattern. And nothing else. Photorealistic. Generate. And let's see what we get. Maybe colorful wood pattern would be nice. But it is, wow, that looks nice. It looks crazy, but it's not tileable in any way. So this is, but this could, oh, this is nice. I try it with this. So make this, go to the move tool and make this smaller. Bring it to the inside. Select it. So I go to this picture of this first layer. Control on the keyboard, click on it. It is selected now. Invert the selection. Expand the selection. And generate the fill and to type in here the same wood pattern. We did nothing more. Yeah, okay, and enter. Maybe here I should put in tile label. Let's see what we get. And let's try it with tile able. Tile able wood pattern. But this looks already really nice. I hope we can do something with this one because I would use it. Oh, this is nice. So let's make this smaller and go in the pattern view. Okay, let's go through. So, yeah. They look all crazy nice. But here I have the problem. You see here it's dark and here it's bright. And this is, maybe I should put in even light. Yeah, the even light. I forgot even light. This looks, this is too bright here. There is, of course, a possibility to create even light on such things, but this would be a tutorial on its own. So if you want to see something like this, let know me. Uh, let it know me. And with this, we just try it. So let's say we use this one here. And now I simply again, Control Alt Shift E. So we have everything on one layer. Oops, back here. I don't want this. I just want to offset this. I used it so here you have the last used things. So now this will be too crazy, but I try it. Why not? We don't have to lose anything. So I'll make this a little bigger. Okay, generative fill and enter. Cannot imagine that this could be repaired because you see these 4 quarters, this looks totally different. It gives us again such a it thinks it's 4 different things. No, this is too crazy. Let's go again and put in here tile label, even if it does not work. Seamless tile label. Style label. Colorful wood pattern, even, light. Let's see if this brings us something. Photorealistic. And I copy this prompt for later. But as I showed you, I have already made this wonderful things, and they are already tileable. So that looks nice. Oh, I would love to make something out of this. This looks really nice. Let's try to make something out of this. So I make it smaller. Select the inside, invert it, expand it. Maybe I make the expansion a little bigger, so 30. And then in the generative field, I copied the prompt, you can remember, so put it in and enter. Let's see if this gives us something. Oh, it looks so nice. But I guess it will be, let's go to view. Yeah, that looks nice. I think we can do something out of this. Oh yes, the first one. That looks promising. Pattern preview. I bring all together. Control, Alt, Shift, E. Whoops. And offset it. Filter, offset. Yeah, this should work. Rectangle selection. Here and here. Generate the fill, enter. Yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Pattern preview. Yes. Look at this wonderful pattern what we have here. Man, this is nice. I love it. Great. Okay, of course use this. So control them all together on one layer, and I immediately save it because it looks so nice. JPEG. Color full wood 2, and I already name it diffuse. So diffuse. This is the color channel. So okay. That's great. I can show you the other tests here. I have the PSD like here. Let's open this. You see, here I have the same, and we had some problems here. So I had here at this hole, I had an ugly scratch. I simply uh, make with generative fill and simply selected it, generative fill without a prompt, and it repaired this little thing here. You see, or the other one, not this one here. Here you see I have some repaired, a part here repaired, a part here repaired, but it looks crazy. Okay, we go with this one. I love it. So the first thing I do here normally is I upscale it, this diffuse. So I have a colorful wood diffuse here. And but in this case, I don't upscale it because not everyone has this upscaler. We we make the normal maps and all these things here. There are a lot of free ways to make normal maps, displacement maps, and one of them is the Materialize. This is, I have it here. This is a free thing. you have some tutorials here as well. You see it. But honestly, I do not really like this one. This is but I have it here on my uh, PC, so let's have a look at it. So I start it. It does not have to be installed, just download it and you get this here. Okay, first of all, we need a diffuse map, so I go on this O here and open the diffuse map. So I copy my path here and paste directories. We have this whole thing, and here we have this colorful woods thing. And first I create a height map. You see, it's not possible to create a normal map in this state. So we have to create first a height map. Create. And this gives me this here. This is the displacement map. And it looks quite nice, maybe a little too we have here some, can go to details. This details look quite nice, but a displacement map always should be a little blurry. And that seems to be okay here. But you see, nothing of these sliders is you don't know what this is. You have to try it. So I do not really like this. Final gain, final contrast, and something that looks not really nice here. This is, you can play with this, and then if you have, you can say, okay, this is my set aside map, and now you can create a normal map, see, and so on. Uh, you have tutorials for this on their website and everything. I will link the link to this program in the description, of course. But the easiest way to do this is online. So I have here the normalize map online. This is, so I stop the rotation here. And here I click on this first picture, bring in my thing, and you see already I have here my normal map, displacement, ambient occlusion, specular. So this does not look quite nice. So the first is I go with the level up until I have something like that here. Mostly I go all the way up to 10 here. So. And then you can go with the strength. So that looks nice. This areas don't need here. Sobel is okay. So we have here the Schale, but the Sobel is okay. And that's it. So we can, I want to export a JPEG here, 100%, and download it. Okay. So I go to my diffuse, and instead of diffuse, I name it normal. So then I go to the displacement. The displacement already looks nice. You see, it's the contrast. You see on the right side, you see what it does. You can go crazy, but this looks quite nice. And a little blur on it, so something like that. You can invert it if you want, then you get something like this. But this is okay. Download. And displacer. Disp. Then we go to the ambient occlusion. These are the contact shadows, so the small shadows on the edges. So that means it makes the texture darker on the edges and the ambient occlusion map looks quite nice. Maybe so, and the range. Let's little sharp maybe, yeah. So that looks like a nice one. Okay. So that's fine. And download it. AO. You can here put in the diffuser map on the cube here. So when we go to cube. You see, now we see this a little better. Environment. You have here some different objects. You can even download maybe the object later. I don't. Yeah. Or you can put your own object inside here. Yeah, this is nice. Good. And the specular map. In this case, I don't need a specular map. I just make it with float textures because there is nothing more shiny or less shiny or so. It's wood, so I don't need a specular map. If you need a specular map as well, just make one here. Okay, this is all I need here. Wonderful. And now let's see how we can make a texture out of our thing here. So let's go to Cinema. I create a cube here. And hooray, the cube. I make it in Octane, but this is the same I will show one for the physical render as well. So first I make the Octane render. I make a universal material here. Colorful wood underscore 002. And I go in the node editor here. So first I drag in I have it on the other monitor here, so but you know how it looks. So colorful woods. Two, the first one is the albedo. This is the diffuse one. I bring it into the albedo, and we can bring it already in the cube here. So look at this nice cube. Let's make an octane scene here with no floor. Then we have an HDRI here. That's nice. Let's see how this looks. Okay, we have a nice cube here. It already looks nice with this picture. But now we need we want an ambient occlusion map as well, and the ambient occlusion map will be multiplied with the diffusion map. So, and here I multiply and bring in the AO map. So the AO, there comes something with it. What is this? AO, and this is the normal map. Okay, we use it later. So we bring the AO in here, and you see it immediately gets darker here. So you see this when I deactivate it and activate it. So deactivate, brighter, darker. And you can play, of course, with the power here, how much you want to see. Or let's go to yeah, one is in this case I like it more. So I can make this smaller, smaller, smaller. So we have more space here. Okay. Nice. This we said is the normal map. Yep. So let's go here and connect this to the normal. Yeah, we see this nice details now. And I make here, as I said, the speculate one is okay for me, but need a roughness. So for the roughness, I take a simple float texture. Okay, nice. And now we need the displacement. Go to the displacement. And I want the displacement. We have just a 1K here. So this is, I go, anyways, I go to 2K here. 10, let's 0.5, and the texture, we need the displacement texture, bring it in here. Whoop, and texture. It looks like it does nothing, but when we go with displacement higher, we see it does something. But not really what I want. Hey, this may be because first this makes no difference here, but maybe because we have this should be a little higher resolution, the displacement. Does the vertex displacement does help here nothing because we have no subdivision. For the vertex displacement, I would have to subdivide the cube. Let's say to 50. And then you see a little thing, but this is not, this is more for uh, noise and something else. We have a texture, so we need a texture displacement. And on the texture displacement, the subdivisions does no matter. Oh, wait, so why is this just one? I wanted so 50. Make it everywhere and go to the vertex displacement. Maybe we get no, that looks not really nice here. So let's go back to the texture displacement. The texture displacement works, but you see it works very nice indeed. But this would have to be a bigger, so a higher resolution texture. It has no sense to make this a higher resolution because the picture what comes in is just 1K, so this makes no difference. You see this. We could use a little smoothing on this, but it's nice. Yeah, we see it nicely here. As I said, we would have to make this a higher resolution. I could try to upscale the displacement map. Why does the displacement map? Yeah, the displacement map is a little blurry. Let's make another displacement map. We have here still this open. Go back to displacement and make the displacement a little sharper maybe. Or go back to 0 here. The contrast, and I download this displacement map. So colorful displacement 02. Okay. Let's see if this looks a little nicer. Drag this inside here. 02. Whoop. No. It makes it a little better, but not really. When I upscale this, let's see how if I can upscale. So let's upscale this to about 2K. So let's go to 2. This is nice. Let's go to high fidelity or standard. Okay. Export image. I override it. Which one did I override? The 02, yes, save. Okay. And reload this texture. It's not really. It does not seem to realize that its new texture is still at 1024 here. Let's bring this out and go to the O2. I will see. Yeah, it's 2K now, but it still shows 1024. But it's a 2K one, so that's a little. I'm gonna go to edit here. You see here, it's 2048. So, but it seems it does not realize it's. That's a little crazy. Let's see. Reload. Anyways, it would be. It would have to make a bigger one, but you see we have these stripes here. This we can. This is a little. Oh, let's go to. Yeah, now I see it's sharper. This is now sharper, but I go here to 10. And maybe it's too high. now it looks better. Look at this. Now we have the nice thing. Of course, this is nothing for a close-up. Let's see, 15. Vertex displacement. No, this texture displacement is okay. Or geometrical normal. No, this is wrong. Vertex normal. Smooth normals. Yeah, the smooth normals are okay as well. Yeah, but it's okay for this. So we have a nice thing. It looks nice, I guess. This is, let's try, instead of a cube, let's try it on a sphere. Copy this over to the sphere and hide the cube. That looks funny. But make a spherical mapping here. Look at this, that looks nice. Of course, the top it doesn't. Look at this, that looks nice. Okay, I want here, of course, I want in my texture, I want to have the possibility to transform and change the projection. So I select all of the pictures. This is the reason I put all to the left a little bit. Right click, it's selected to the transform node. And again, check, select all of the pictures. Right click, add selection to the projection node. And now I can go to here and make this half the way. Yeah, that looks nice. Look, this is a nice one. Okay, I take this. This is nice. Good. We have here the the Octane render version. So I put this in my Octane render things here. Wood, colorful wood, and drag it simply in my browser. Nikomedia. Okay. This one you see here is made in Photoshop as well with the generate image. When I go to this one, see, whoop, and node editor. Here I have my transform 0.5. I see that looks nice as well. So, and this one I made with it, and so I think. Yeah, I will when I have 20 new textures or something else. I load it up for patrons, of course. So and now, sorry, oops, this away. Bring this back onto here. And now I want to show you how to use this with the physical render. So let's make here. Do this. Bring this. I have to put the new away here so I can delete this. I did not change the script until now. So I have a PBR material. Let's make a PBR scene. So a physical render scene. Don't need a floor. So, okay. That's fine so far. And here now I make the color is the diffuse, of course. So I drag in here the diffuse one. So no, I don't want to put it in. So I have the diffuse here. And here I have to make, if I want to make it smaller, I have to go to the coordinates and set the size here simply to 50. It should work normally. Is it in spherical? Yeah, we are on spherical. We should be able to make this. Let's see, we'll make this a little later. Maybe I will see it in the render. Good. Anyways, we have this, and then in the color we need the AO. The AO we use under the diffusion. So I go to the diffusion, and it should only affect not the luminance, the specular, yes, and the reflection as well. And I bring in the AO. Nope. And you see it gets darker. It's the same like we had before. Then in the reflectance, we don't have the specular and something else, so we don't need here anything. We need the normal map. The normal map comes into here. Nope. So you see it works perfect. And for the displacement, intensity centered is okay. We use this texture, but of course for the displacement in physical render we need a high subdivided object. So no, we don't see it here, but when I render it, let's render it with a very low percent, so low GI. This should be fine. And we have this now. And to see the displacement, we go up here to, let's say, 300 segments. Okay. This is centered. Subpolygon displacement, yes. Round the geometry. And make it here maybe 5. It cannot go too high, but that already looks nice. But I want the whole thing smaller, so I go to the coordinates. Let's try it here, 50. For any reason, it makes no difference. I did not use it so long, so how can I make this smaller? The pictures. Go to the texture and go to the texture mode here. T for scale and scale it down. Does this help something? I don't think so, because it's in spherical mode. How can I make this smaller in spherical mode? When I put this on cubic, I think it would work. So when I go here to cubic, okay, that looks of course crazy in cubic mode. But when I make this here smaller now, 50. Yeah, in cubic it works, you see. Let's go to UV coordinates. UV is wrong in this case because we have here icosahedron. So when we go to the standard sphere, we get this. And now let's try if we can make it here. So we have now the coordinates. When I go here to 50. No, it's a little problem in. It only goes in flat mapping, and cubic mapping and so on is no problem. But let's see, is there a way to make this smaller? I put it in a layer shader. And here we have effects. I have here transform. When I scale it down here, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Okay, here it works. Of course, I have to do this then in every of these guys. Let's try it. Go to the diffusion, put it in the layer, go to effects, transform, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Then do the same in the normal map, layer, effect, transform, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Okay, and of course in the displacement, layer, effect, transform 0.5. Yeah, that looks nice now. That really looks nice. Okay. Okay, so you can do this in physical render. You see, the only thing what maybe some people don't know is the ambient occlusion. So that the goes into diffusion, and here you can say where should it happen. When if you the specular, if you don't want it only on the reflections, or so that it just if you make it like this, it does go to nothing. Of course, here I only on the reflections. Specular is in this case not necessary. We don't have specular, so. And luminance, we don't have any luminance, so we need it just on the reflections here. Here the mix mode normal should be fine, or you go to multiply. Yeah, normal is okay here. When we add it, yeah, we get this. Subtract it. Yeah, nice. Okay, this is this. And now we know how to make our own seamless materials. You see, so in Photoshop you have to play a little bit until you get a nice thing. The easiest way still is, I guess, to do it in stable diffusion here. Let's go back to this guy and deactivate here the render. So, stable diffusion, I think, is still the easiest way. Let's go back to the HR Geiger style. So, but the tile label, seamless, colorful, crazy, wood, pattern, texture, even light. What could we make? Let's try to put in here the photorealistic. But the photorealistic, when I add as well, I think we get problems with the lighting. Let's see what we get. No, in this case it works. Let's delete these guys. That looks nice, eh? And let's try if this is seamless. So let's go to my site. Nikomedia texture checker. Drag it in. And you see this is seamless. Almost seamless. Here we have a little problem. But this we could solve in Photoshop. Here the same. But most of the time I could say, let's try to make here a little smaller thing. Let's go to 512 here. Right. It shows me here, I have 5 pictures over here, shows only, oh, where comes this from? This is crazy. Okay, delete it. And try it again with the tile size of 512 here. Generate. You see with the turbo model it goes. The models you will find on CVDI, but that is you will find for this stable diffusion things, Forge in this case again. You will find so many things on YouTube. So this is. But as I said, if you want a tutorial for this, how to install it and install the models and the VE, most time you don't need the VEEs, VAE, by and yeah, and so on. Then let me know. I will see what I can do for you. This looks nice too, and this would be easy for Photoshop to handle. I want it a little crazier. This is all very useful, but it makes not a lot of difference between 2024 and uh, tile label. I put the seamless away. So Crazy wood pattern. Give something. I want something crazy. Vortex is always a good prompt. Okay, maybe not in this case the best prompt. It looks it looks nice somehow. Let's try to make a high level picture of this, and then we let it be. But this is too nice to not try it. So I could first upscale it, but in this case, don't need it. We just try to make this editable. Again, filter, offset, rectangle selection. Oops, something like that. Something like that. Maybe if you leave more space here, you could imagine more. Maybe let's see. Let's make it a little bigger. Something like that, maybe. Generate a fill without a prompt. So because in a little more space, it has more to play with, so that it comes together. This is my idea how to explain this, what it does. I have no idea what it does behind the scene. This is interesting. Here, look at this. That's perfect. This is perfect too. We make this smaller. View. Pattern mode. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I have to save this as well. This one is the third one is the good one here. Yeah, I immediately have to save this as well. The other, let's do it again. Let's make it again some. No, I don't think this is just a waste of time when we do the normal maps and everything. I showed it. So, but I want to save this. So Control Shift E. Save it under Curlywood. Yeah? Not Hollywood, it's Curlywood. Curlywood 01. Okay. That's the last one I did now. So I hope you found this useful, and I really, what can I say? I really, what's the word for this? Yeah, you really should play with the generative uh, fill and generate image in the new version here. So this is really a great thing. And I'm sure you will like it. Yep, there is not more to say for this. I will upload the, as I said, this texture checker thing here. As I said, that this I have here this on my website. I have it on in my folder. Text checker. Put in 3 files. Let's see where the files are. Maybe I can show it here. Yeah, we'll get these 3 files here, and you put them just in this folder, and you you don't have to do anything. It's an index, so it will be automatically chosen, and whoops, okay. And it's free for you. You can use it wherever you want. So no copyrights, no nothing. And you see this. It's quite useful. Here you have find my links. You can exchange these links quite easy. So if bring this back here. Let's open the index HTML with Notepad, and you see I have here the link. You you simply exchange the footer links with your links here. You see, you don't have to use mine. So that's all. So this is, then you have the CSS script. You can make everything what you want. So this is the CSS and the JavaScript. So you see there is no virus included or something else. And here with these two values, you can change uh, how small you want to make it and how big you want to make it. So just play with these numbers if you think this goes too small or not small enough. So just play with these numbers and you will see the result then. This what it's in German, but what you see here, this is not really true. This was true on my first try, but then I wanted to make it a little smaller and a little bigger, and these values are mine. Good, that's all. As said, I hope you found this useful. I hope you like it. If you like it, please thumbs up, subscribe, and do whatever you want. Hit the bell or whatever. Uh, I personally don't hit the bell anywhere because almost all few hours I am on YouTube and look what's new. So don't have to use the bell. And yeah, if you have questions, requests, complaints, let me know. Patrons download the script from from my Patreon site. And nothing more to say. Let's have a look at this vortex things here. This is crazy. And this, of course, we cannot make dialable. This, yes. Okay. Have a wonderful Sunday or the rest of the Sunday. Have a good lunch in my case. You see, it's almost lunchtime. And yeah, that's it for now. The next tutorial will come as soon as possible. And I wish you all the best here from Austria, Vienna. Und tschüss und baba.